How's it going, people, and welcome back to Bleed Blue for your daily Chelsea news roundup. Now, into the international break, and needless to say, not a lot's going on. I'm bored, miss Chelsea. It's only been 2 days, even though we are rubbish, still missing Chelsea. Now, we've got three main bits of news to go through today. Robert Sanchez, Jadon Sancho, and Cole Palmer injury update. Now, if you guys do enjoy the videos, if you've watched any of them before, if you're not, I really recommend going and watching my last videos, because I think they are quite good. I'm trying to grow the channel out to more people. So please, if you do want to, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Get the conversation started. Now, starting off with Robert Sanchez. Take a look at this, man. Rob Sanchez. If we don't get top four, myself and everyone in the team will be very disappointed. This guy has the cheek to say myself. He is the reason we might miss out on top four. See, if Sanchez made a few more saves, didn't piss about with the ball and give it away just as many times, it's ridiculous the amount of times he gives the ball away, the amount of goals we concede we shouldn't concede. These goals change games, these goals affect the points, and this might be the reason we miss out on Champions League. And if Sanchez is the problem, we need to get rid of him. But the question is who? This also came out today. This was from Patty. So Patty is an ITK. He's usually absolutely spot on with his news. So I'll show you guys this. Take a look. If you want to go and look at Patty, look at his Twitter. I really recommend it. He's got some really insightful information. He's usually spot on. Look at this. Rob Sanchez wants to leave Chelsea if he's not in plans next season. Who does this guy think he is? Honestly, he wants to leave, right? Oh, I'm gutted. This is a huge blow for the club. This is a blow for the project. We need you, Rob. We need you. You can't leave. Get out, man. We don't need you here. We've got better goalkeepers at Strasbourg. Georgi Petrovic. I'd rather Philip Jorgensen start over you. I'd rather Mike Penders, fucking young goalkeeper, playing in Genk right now. I'd rather him come back and play. Sanchez is absolutely awful. I hope he leaves in the summer. I don't care if he's in the plans or not. God knows. If he is in the plans next season, then there's serious problems. Now, there is already problems, but if we start next season and Robert Sanchez is in goal for us, liquidate. That's it. Curtains down. It's wraps for this football club. The level is already in the bin at this football club. If Sanchez finds a way to still be starting next season, it's in the dirt. We're getting to the core of the earth at this point. The levels can't get much lower than that. Now, I want to move you guys. I'm trying to keep this quite short because I'm incredibly tired. Now, I'll take you on to Jadon Sancho. Now, of course, got him in the summer. Deadline day deal. It was an obligation to buy if we finish above 25th. Now, he started very well, started lively, looked alright, came on in that Bournemouth cameo, looked good, got a few assists. Now, this is coming out. Chelsea are considering whether to pay a significant fee to get out of their obligation to buy Jadon Sancho from Manchester United this summer. That's an exclusive from the I paper. Now, Jadon Sancho is just a strange one in general because, like I said, he looked so lively. He looked good. He looked like he could offer us something different than we have in the squad. But in recent games, he's just lacked anything. Like, I'll give you the scenario. He's out on the right? You get the ball. You receive it. Now, Noni Madueke in that situation will do what Maresca wants, which is go one-to-one, take your man, drive down the line and create chances. Jadon Sancho receives it. He might go forward. He might look, maybe do a step over, and then he'll pass it back. He will never shoot. This guy, he's got the potential, but potential we use to describe every player at this football club. This is the problem here. Now, Jadon Sancho, there was a mad stat. It was like that shot he had in one of the last games was the first shot he's had in the year or something mad like that. I'm sure you guys have heard the stat. It's insane. But I need you guys' opinion on this. If the significant fee, how much are we talking? I feel like we need to know this before saying for sure. If you were the owners, would you send Jadon Sancho back to Manchester United? I think, now this is going to sound like the blue coal wet dream, right? I don't know if there's a possibility that we could just go with the obligation, bring in Sancho, and then sell him for a profit. I know that sounds like the perfect thing for Blueco, like buy him cheaper, sell him, make a profit. That's all they care about. So there's a world you could do that, but Sancho is just strange because he was so good. Of course, really broke through. He came through the City Academy, went to Borussia Dortmund, looked brilliant there. I think his value went up to £130 million. He could have been the next golden boy, the next player of the generation. He got his big move to Man United, which was in the works for years. It just never worked out for him. Of course, he went back to Dortmund, reached the Champions League final with them. Now he's here at Chelsea, and this is where we are in the present. So please let me know in the comments what you think we should do with Jadon Sancho. If you think we should keep him, if you think he could be a good squad player, because I feel like he could be a good rotational option for when we get better wingers, and we're looking to bring in another winger in the summer. We've already got Giovanni Quenda, players returning from injury, Esteval coming. There's a lot of competition for these places, and if you're not up to standard, then you need to go. And I don't know if Jadon Sancho would be one of the players that is willing to be a rotational option. Now, I don't know if Jadon Sancho, in the form he's in, would be starting games if we had players available. We'll see after the international break with the reintroduction of Noni Madueke and Nicholas Jackson. But I don't think Sancho starts at this moment in time. So we will just have to wait and see how this plays out. Now, moving on to Cole Palmer. This is the latest on his injury. Of course, he missed the Arsenal game. We found out it was an injury picked up in training, muscle fatigue. Well, here's the latest. Here you go. So there you go. Cole Palmer will miss England's upcoming World Cup qualifiers at home to Albania and Latvia and instead continuing his recovery at Cobham. Now, we know he had his scan. Still waiting for the results of that scan, but it's a shame because I was looking forward to seeing him under Thomas Tuchel. And it would have just been some sight seeing Cole Palmer and Thomas Tuchel reunited. Well, not these two. I'm too tired. Not reunited. They've never even played together before. But two Chelsea, I don't want to say greats, pardon me. You know what I mean. Two like top people, top players, top managers. Tuchel, I think, legend. Won the Champions League for the second time. Made us that team, that connected team, and that just got ripped apart when he got sacked. Now, back onto Cole Palmer. If he is injured, that's season over. That's curtains. We saw how much we missed him in that Arsenal game. If he is out, I think for any longer, a few weeks, but this is the run-in. Every game matters now, and we know how integral Cole Palmer is. So he's staying at Cobham. We'll wait. I will let you guys know as soon as we get the results back from his scan. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get good news, because listen, if Palmer's gone, then that's the season gone as well. Say goodbye to any hopes for Champions League football. Now, I want to take you guys through the XG quickly before we wrap up. This is some interesting stats. Look at this. Now, this is just shocking. Only Southampton's forward have underperformed more than Chelsea's this season. Have a look at this. So at the bottom, you've got Southampton underperforming their XG by 7.35. Expected goals, 16.35. Scored 9. Now, above them, who do you expect? Do you think maybe Ipswich, Leicester? Who's underperforming the most? Chelsea. Chelsea are next. Underperforming our XG by 7.23. Now, it might just look like numbers, but these goals mean a lot in terms of running. Like, you think of the games we had. If we win these games, if we score one more goal, we could be a lot higher in the table. Like, these games matters in the chase for Champions League football, and this is just not good enough at all. To be that low down, you see the elite clubs that are doing well. Look at Nottingham Forest up there, overperforming their XG by 11.77. That is insane. You see all the top teams. Liverpool overperforming their XG. Manchester City overperforming their XG. Of course, we are down in the trenches. Not in the league, thank God, but with Man United, Spurs. Bournemouth, interestingly, down here as well with us. But take a look at this as well. This is the players. Now, of course, we already spoke about Nico Jackson earlier, but 2.36. Nico Jackson gets a lot of hate for his numbers, for the amount of goals he's missed. And I completely understand that. Now, you think back to some of the games I can think of off my head, the 1-1 at home against Crystal Palace. If he converts these chances, that's 3 points in the bag, and that's us higher up the table, 3 points closer. If you look at the table. Look, if Jackson, I'm not putting this on Jackson, by the way. This is all if, buts, and maybes, but if Nicholas Jackson converts, you remember one of the big chances at home against Palace when I think it was Mudryk that played the ball over the top, one-on-one through the keeper. There's many occasions. But look, say he scores a goal in a different game, we get 4 points. We get a win and a draw. This is all if, buts, and maybes, hypothetical, but like that's us drawing with Forest on third. Now that's the point I'm trying to get across. These expected goals, these goals, they make a huge difference in the running for Champions League football. And it's these goals at the end of the day that decide whether we make Champions League football, which is a must for this football club. Now, that is where I'm going to wrap it up. We'll definitely get quite a few videos out tomorrow, 1 or 2 probably, depending, of course, international break, so it's not the busiest. Now, let me know what you think with everything we've covered in this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, anything you agree on, anything you disagree on. Opinions on Sanchez, should we send Jadon Sancho back to United? And always, I'll thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a good one. Remember, like, subscribe, and see ya. Bye-bye.